35 of the most impressive public sculptures in the world. Art has become a constant presence in our daily lives. Public sculptures are a great example of this. These are the most fascinating public sculptures in the world. Number 35. Nagasaki Peace Statue, Nagasaki, Japan. Many public sculptures are turned into memorials to a tragic event as a way of paying tribute to the victims, and the nearly 10-meter-tall Nagasaki Peace Statue is no exception. At its base is a black vault containing the names of those killed in the 1945 atomic bomb explosion. Unveiled to the public on April 1, 1955, the city holds an annual memorial service at the foot of the statue. Number 34. Really Good, in London, UK. In London's Trafalgar Square, where the National Gallery and the National Portrait Gallery are located, a unique sculpture greets visitors as they stroll through the always crowded square. Really Good, a 23-foot-tall bronze thumbs-up hand by Turner Prize-nominated artist David Shrigley, is meant to be one small step toward making the world a better place. The artist described it as a ridiculous but good proposal. Number 33. Kumul, in Bratislava, Slovakia. Contrary to popular belief, Kumul is not the name of this bronze statue. It's the Slovak word for watchman, which makes sense considering his position, leaning out of a sewer, and the smirk on his face. The Watcher, the work of local sculptor Viktor Hulik, is one of several public works commissioned by the city after Slovakia's independence in 1947. Being so close to the ground, the vigilante lost his head twice, due to some careless drivers. Now, however, he has his own road sign, Riley reading, "Man Working." Number 32. Decrease and Ascend, in Christchurch, New Zealand. Artist David McCracken designed his work, Diminish and Ascend, to look like an endless stairway leading up into the clouds. And from certain angles, it does look that way. He designed the piece for an annual art exhibition known as Sculptures by the Sea in Bondi, Australia. But after the exhibition closed, the aluminum ladder was moved to his new home at Kiosk Lake in the Christchurch Botanic Gardens in New Zealand. Calling this piece an optical illusion seems like an understatement. Number 31. The Ecstasy of Saint Teresa, in Rome, Italy. Generally considered one of the few sculptural masterpieces of the Roman High Baroque, the white marble Saint Teresa in Ecstasy by renowned 17th-century artist Lorenzo Bernini. It is the centerpiece of the chapel, Cornero of Santa Maria della Vittoria, in Rome. The sculpture depicts the Spanish nun, Teresa de Avila, one of the most notable figures of the 16th and early 17th century Catholic Reformation. Number 30. Hymn of Life, Tulips, in Beverly Hills, California. In 2007, the famous Japanese artist, Yayoi Kusama, installed a collection of painted fiberglass sculptures in the shape of playful tulips in Beverly Gardens Park in Beverly Hills. But soon after the collection was released to the public, it suffered immense water damage, so Kusama's gallery in Tokyo worked with engineers and municipal officials to recreate exact replicas in stainless steel. In fact, they are identical to the originals, with Kusama's signature polka dots and youthful colors. Number 29. Tiger and Turtle, Magic Mountain, in Duisburg, Germany. From afar, Tiger and Turtle, Magic Mountain looks like a traditional twisty roller coaster, but there are actually no cars or mechanics. The monumental sculpture by the artists Heike Mutter and Ulrich Jenf is completely walkable. Although the views are impressive, the best time to visit the sculpture is when the sun goes down. It is then that the structure is illuminated with 880 LED lights, making itself noticed from far away. Number 28. Spot, in New York, United States. Following a lengthy renovation at New York University Langone Hospital, American sculptor Donald Lipsky unveiled a 30-foot-tall Dalmatian balancing a life-size taxi on its nose. While Spot is there to greet everyone who walks into the hospital, Lipsky designed it specifically for the brave kids about to undergo a complicated procedure. His goal was to create something so amazing that it would distract any of his chronic illnesses, even for a moment. Number 27. ArcelorMittal Orbit, in London, United Kingdom. Most sculptures offer the public little more than something pretty to look at, but this incredible work made in London by sculptor Anish Kapoor and engineer Cecil Baumann offers visitors, especially children, much more. Standing proud in the Queen Elizabeth Olympic Park, the UK's tallest sculpture features the world's longest and tallest tunnel slide. In addition, enough steel was used in its construction to manufacture 265 double-decker buses. Number 26. The Colossus of the Apennines, in Florence, Italy. Although it seems that the Colossus of the Apennines is installed in its solitude, guarding the pond behind which it resides, before it was one of the many sculptures. Unfortunately, most were destroyed or stolen. The stone and brick Colossus remains, almost 500 years after the Flemish sculptor Jan Bologna carved it, because it is huge and robust. The romantic park was built as part of the estate of Francesco de' Medici's mistress, and the Colossus was added years later to watch over the park and remind visitors that man and nature are more connected than people may assume. Number 25. Cloud Gate, Chicago, Illinois. Cloud Gate, by Anish Kapoor, is one of Chicago's landmarks. This 110-ton elliptical sculpture, located in Millennium Park, reflects Chicago's famous skyline as well as visitors passing under the 12-foot-tall arch inspired by liquid mercury. The sculpture is 20 meters long and 10 meters high. Number 24. The Alberta Dream, in Alberta, Canada. Alberta's Dream, a statue by the artist of Spanish origin, John Plensa. It is located in Alberta, Canada. The play is highly political, and many seem to have differing opinions about its true meaning. However, that is what makes John Plensa's work special, since it initiates a conversation that otherwise would not have existed. Number 23. Horse's Head, Sussex, UK. Designed by British-born artist, Nick Fidian Green. This sculpture of a horse's head is about 10 meters high. Located in Sussex, England. The imposing figure is derived from the ancient Greek figure Artemis. She daughter of Zeus and Leto. Artemis is the goddess of the hunt and nature. Number 22. The Thumb, in Paris, France. Designed by the French artist, César Baldacchini. The thumb is a gigantic bronze that stands outside the Pompidou Center in Paris. The sculpture embodies one of Baldacchini's favorite themes, the fantastic representation of human beings, animals and insects. Number 21. Metamorphosis, in Charlotte, North Carolina. Located in Charlotte, and opened in 2007, Metamorphosis, by David Cerny. It's made of multiple layers of stainless steel that rotate 360 degrees, occasionally lining up to create a massive head. Number 20. Non-violence, in New York, United States. No Violence, also known as the Knotted Weapon, by artist Carl Frederick Reutersward, stands next to the United Nations in New York. The sculpture has come to represent hope for a non-violent future. The work, commissioned by Luxembourg as a gift to the UN, has been cited as one of the inspirations for the Arms for Art movement. Number 19. Architectural Fragment, in Melbourne, Australia. Located in Melbourne, the Petrus Spronk architectural fragment is apparently buried underground before the State Library of Victoria. It is intended to symbolize the fall of civilization and allude to the transience of the present. The city commissioned the work as part of a larger public art project in 1992. Number 18. Mustangs, in Las Colinas, Texas. Mustangs, by Robert Glenn, is an impressive bronze sculpture commissioned by the city of Las Colinas, Texas. The work represents 9 wild mustangs galloping through a fountain. Number 17. Flower Balloons, in New York, United States. The public sculpture by Jeff Koons stands in the shadow of the New World Trade Center in New York. Balloon Flower was commissioned by Larry Silverstein, the businessman who famously signed the lease for the original towers several months before the 9/11 attacks. Number 16. Digital Orca, in Vancouver, Canada. Both beautiful and strange, Douglas Coupland's Digital Orca is a digital-looking artwork from 2009. It was commissioned by the city of Vancouver to overlook the harbor and mountains of Cypress Provincial Park. Composed of an aluminum-clad steel frame and black and white cubes, the sculpture has become an attraction for tourists and locals alike. Number 15. Free, Howick, South Africa. Marco Cianfanelli's Nelson Mandela stands near Howick in South Africa. The sculpture was commissioned by Cultural Mechanics, a group that funds cultural projects for governments around the world. Cianfanelli's work is located on the road where Mandela was captured by apartheid security police in 1962. After his arrest, Mandela spent the next 27 years in prison. Number 14. Clothes Hanger, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Designed by Swedish-born sculptor Claes Oldenburg, the clothes hanger sculpture stands near Philadelphia City Hall. The work was completed in 1976, to celebrate the bicentennial of the United States. Number 13. Mom, in Bilbao, Spain. Much of Louise Bourgeois' work is intended to bring to light the concepts of jealousy, anger, fear, and her own painful childhood. Her sculpture, Mama de Ella, is no exception. Located in front of the Guggenheim Museum in Bilbao, the 9-meter-high structure shows the strength and fragility associated with motherhood. The terrifying spider is both powerful and tall, but balances on its thinnest legs and is therefore extremely vulnerable. Number 12. Shoes on the bank of the Danube in Budapest, Hungary. Created by Kintogi and Eula Power. Shoes on the Danube Bank in Budapest is a 2005 work commemorating the hundreds of Hungarians who were ordered to leave their shoes on the river bank before being shot during the Holocaust. Number 11. Travelers, in Marseille, France. The Travelers, by French artist Bruno Catalano in Marseille, is an enigmatic sculpture meant to evoke the memories and parts of himself that every traveler inevitably leaves behind when he leaves home for a new shore. Number 10. Statue of Franz Kafka, in Prague, Czech Republic. Designed by the Czech sculptor, Jaroslav Rona. The statue of Franz Kafka is based on a scene from Kafka's first novel, America, from 1927, in which a political candidate is carried on the shoulders of a giant man during a rally. Located in Prague, the work of art was completed in 2003. Number 9. Force of Nature, in London, UK. Found in several major cities around the world, the Force of Nature was designed by Italian artist, Lorenzo Quinn. It was inspired by the destruction caused by hurricanes around the world. Made of bronze, stainless steel and aluminum, the Force of Nature represents Mother Nature launching the planet in circles. The sculpture seen in the image is located in London. Number 8. Ferrari statue, in Imola, Italy. Located about 40 kilometers east of Bologna, Italy, the Autodromo Internazionale Enzo e Dino Ferrari is a circuit near the Italian city of Imola. Although the racetrack is known for its many exciting races and the imposing statue outside, it is also, unfortunately, known as the place where the internationally beloved Formula One driver, Ayrton Senna, died after an accident during a race. Number 7. The Bear and the Strawberry Tree, in Madrid, Spain. Located in the center of Madrid, and designed by the Spanish sculptor, Antonio Navarro Santave. The statue of the bear and the strawberry tree is a work of the year 1967, which represents the coat of arms of Madrid. The statue, located in a public square called Puerta del Sol, is made of stone and bronze and is 4 meters high. Number 6. View TM, in Sydney, Australia. Since 1997, visitors and residents of Sydney have been enjoying the annual event, Sculptures by the Sea. Located on the famous Bondi Beach, the event features 100 sculptures by artists from around the world. Visitors to the public event will be able to enjoy sculptures similar to the one above. View TM is a wry comment on the view from the top of a picturesque cliff. Number 5. Angel of Independence, in Mexico City, Mexico. The Independence Monument, better known as the Angel of Independence, is one of the most typical symbols of Mexico City. Porfirio Diaz inaugurated it in 1910, to commemorate the independence of Mexico a century before. It is currently located in the most important roundabout of Paseo Reforma, one of the most representative avenues of the Mexican capital. Number 4. Ayrton Senna, in Barcelona, Spain. Brazilian-born Formula One driver Ayrton Senna died during a race in Italy in 1994. His funeral, held in São Paulo, is believed to be one of the largest concentrations of mourners on record. An estimated 3 million people poured into the streets of Senna's hometown to pay their respects. Senna, a figure who always seemed larger than life, is now commemorated in a sculpture in Barcelona. Created by British artist Paul Oz, the artwork was unveiled on May 8, 2019 to commemorate the 25th anniversary of Senna's death. Number 3. Bridge over a Tree, in Brooklyn, New York. Located in New York's Brooklyn Bridge Park, Bridge on a Tree is a sculptural installation designed by Minneapolis-based Iranian-born artist Saya Armajani. The work was first exhibited as a temporary sculpture in Minneapolis in 1970, and was exhibited again in 2019, for the first time in almost 50 years. It consists of a 28-meter-long bridge and a set of stairs at the midpoint of the sculpture. These stairs send visitors up and down a small evergreen tree. The sculpture was designed to force complete strangers to pass, interact and cooperate with each other by passing through the center of the structure. At a time of heated political disagreement, finding common ground with any stranger is a welcome change. Number 2. Singing Tree, in Burnley, UK. Completed in 2006, the Singing Tree is a 3-meter-tall sculpture that is intended to resemble the shape and grace of a real tree. The structure, designed by artists Mike Tonkin and Anna Liu. It was made of galvanized steel and placed so that when the wind passes through it, a song is produced. Situated in the Pennines, overlooking Burnley, England, the sculpture won the National Award from the Royal Institute of British Architects in 2007. Number 1. Bikes Forever, in Austin, Texas. The work, Bicycles Forever, by the artist, Ai Weiwei. Turn heads at Waller's Beach in Austin's Town Lake Metropolitan Park. This 3D sculpture was made from 1,200 bicycles, a vehicle the artist used during his childhood in Beijing to get around the city. This work depicting childhood and freedom was not meant to stay in Austin forever. It was finally removed in May 2017, as the city could no longer fund the beloved installation.